300. What's the deal? It's your folks, Shaka, the Urban Philosopher. I wanted to share my thoughts with y'all real quick. So, y'all, today I thought I'd go ahead and drop this Corey video. You know, I told y'all that I was going to go ahead and review some of his situation with him allegedly cheating on his wife. Now, this occurred about 3 months ago. I haven't really checked into their channel, but it seems that they are really pushing the brand on their channel. That's one thing that I can say about them. They both have established channels, both him and his wife. He's definitely upfront on his own channel, and you know who he is on their channel, okay? So I can definitely say that about their camp over there. And he seems to be a good dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you look at him, just like Ken, he appears to be a positive brother. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. Good example for young brothers. But, you know, we gotta ask, why do good brothers like Corey and Ken cheat? Okay? You know, in this video here, where Corey speaks about his first alleged cheating situation, I believe that this is the first time, because I seen that there was something being mentioned about recent, but I'm talking about this here 3 months ago. You know, the brother Corey, he speaks about some key things that oftentimes occurs in most men's lives, and it ultimately leads to a mixed bag of things, y'all. You know, from the dudes who are frustrated to the ones who have unhealthy relationships, aka the guy with the simp spirit. You know what I'm saying? To men who idolize women unhealthy and can become dangerous, who is also a simp. And I want to say this, you know, when I say simp, if you find yourself identifying those type of behaviors within yourself, it's not to be offended about it. It's to change it and correct it. All right. So that you can get ahead of that type of stuff and be a better man tomorrow. And that's what this video is about. Okay. But we're going to listen to a few clips, and we're going to speak on and identify some of the places where this stuff starts out at. Now, in this video, y'all, I am going to post like certain pictures of certain other videos that I have made that's going to give you a better understanding of what I'm talking about here. And I really suggest that you all check them out, okay? Because I do want to say this, you know, when you pull up to this channel, you know what I'm saying? I try to make it as interesting as possible, but this channel is for learning. You know what I'm saying? We want to try to learn something and get to the root of things, you know. If I'm giving you the tea, it's got to be some benefit in it. You know what I'm saying? You know, the sweet tea and stuff like that, you know, other people are going to be better suited for it. But when I share some of these videos, y'all, I suggest that you check them out, because it's really going to give you a better insight into what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But if you're new, go ahead and hit the sub button on this little video channel and that bell, because I'm going to drop something that you're going to like. All right? Best kept secret up in here. But what we're going to do, y'all, is we're going to play this first clip, okay, from Corey. And I got the link of the video and things like that in the description below. But we're going to play this first clip, and I'm going to stop, and we're going to speak on some of these things here. So let's go.
I had a bad addiction where I like talking to multiple girls. Sometimes I literally ask myself why, and I answer. I just always been this lovable boy to the point I like to make girls happy and experience different feelings, seeing the fact that I can put a smile on a girl's face and show them something different in life. So growing up, you know, I just I don't know. I just like to make girls. I just love to make girls happy. Like I always was this type of guy that just wanted to be with a girl. Be happy, live life, and during that time, I didn't know nothing about love because growing up, I didn't have no one to I didn't have no one to inspire me to be this perfect guy that most females want nowadays. So it kind of played a big toll on me. I feel like I'm not a bad person at all. In my early teenage life, I was a complete lover boy. I fell in love fast, but I fell out of love even quicker. I always been sweet and romantic. Most girls I dated cheated on me, and I just can understand why. I thought I was doing a good job as a boyfriend. Mind you, I'm young as shit, so I shouldn't even be focusing on this.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop there. Okay. So, brothers, one of the issues that we have out of the gate is that our number one aspiration is to be in favor of the woman. We identify with that, through that, okay? A lot of times this is how we base, who we are. We base it on that. Okay, now there is nothing wrong with wanting to appeal to the woman, okay? And it is expected, as relationships and procreation is some of the most important things to humans in general. So it's not like it's something that should not exist, okay? However, brothers, there is a right and a wrong way to go about doing that, all right? Oftentimes, because we are raised in situations where there is no masculine intervention, and I'm going to drop a video on that because it's a little more, y'all, than the father's not in the home. The father is in the home, because a lot of fathers today are millennials, okay? And that is the generation on down that is affected the most by these types of things. A lot of these relationship dynamics and issues, okay? But when you couple no masculine intervention, y'all, with the fact that we typically grow up as young so-called black males, we grow up seeing one or two things, okay? We either grow up seeing our moms making bad decisions in the absence of a man, okay? Or our mom, who is a good woman, she's an awesome mother, but we see that she's struggling, and we feel like over time that it was that man missing in her life that would have kind of got her over the hump, and y'all would have been better off, okay? And so what happens in turn is being appealing to the woman, okay, is our number one priority. This is a subconscious thing. You know what I'm saying? We don't think this is happening, but this is what's driving us. You know what I'm saying? And it ends up being the primary thing. And with no masculine intervention, there's no balance. That's what makes it unhealthy, like I stated. This is also one of the reasons why we believe pleasing a woman sexually is something to identify our manhood with, when it's very little of it has anything to do with that, okay? But just from these standpoints, we start out on a road of running into several hardships and problems with the woman, whether it's cheating, us cheating on them cheating on us, failures in relationship, etc., or just feeling bad that it's not happening at all. Like he said, he felt bad about it, and it's just like, this is not primarily because of the woman. When we talk about where the source of this stuff comes from, it's because we are culturally raised not to responsibly deal with women. It's just like what I told y'all in that first Ken and De'Ara video. It was the first video that I had dropped. But y'all, most of us think the idea of being a good man to a woman is by way of praising and worshiping the woman. You notice that Corey said a lot, lover boy, and he was just this good dude, to the woman. But y'all, women as women, as they should, right? because you shouldn't be acting like that. That's irresponsible. But they take advantage of that all the time. This is where you hear the brother say he got hurt a lot, and this is where simps are created, without accountability and masculine intervention, because they do not understand this and are eventually made to believe their best efforts are rejected because the woman is toxic and whatever else. A lot of the stuff that we are hearing today from men. Okay? But I want to stop and say there that, the definition of a simp is not just a guy who's doing everything for the woman. The definition of a simp is a man who deals with a woman irresponsibly. And I want to make that clear. All right. Okay. But y'all, women respect men, who have the ability, okay, to lead. All right. Provide wisdom and solutions, and he is invested in ensuring that she is a better woman tomorrow, so long as she is dealing with that man. Okay, y'all? And if y'all have not seen that video on situations, y'all need to check that out, because I'm breaking that down in that video. But anyway, y'all, we're going to go here to the next scene. If I can get this thing. Okay, yeah, we're going to go here to the next scene. And I think that this is just going to be a two-part thing, because he says a lot and there's just a lot to break down here. But we're going to go ahead and listen to this part, and I'm going to stop and speak on it. Let's go.
I'm a playboy. Due to the fact that I've been played so many times, my life changed after I got braces. And I became a pretty boy. The girls loved me. I always been charming, so now I was charming with the looks. It just felt amazing to see how many pretty girls I could actually talk to now. So basically, when I was in high school, my teeth was bad. And if you guys really follow my story, you guys seen my old pictures where my throwback, how I looked it. So before I got braces, I was always this charming guy. Like, girls even still love me because just my character, which back then that was big. Nowadays you got social media, so a lot of people just judge you off, your looks and first impression. But back then, it wasn't always about looks. If you had a pure heart and your character was amazing, people would fall for that. So I always had the charming side of me. But when I got my braces, my life changed. So it's like my looks became better with, so it was how you want to say it. I became like this pretty boy. I had grew my hair out and everything. And due to the fact that a lot of girls was more attracted to me, it kind of just made me happy because it was different, because I never experienced it. So it was like, wow.
Okay, so I wanted to go ahead and stop there. Now, I wanted to stop here because this is major for brothers. And I want to say some shout out to the women who pull up too. I know that y'all are checking this information out. And if you are checking this information out, this will give you a better insight to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? If you experience a brother cheating on you or whatever, you're trying to find a little more out about the man, this is definitely a spot, because I'm going to speak about this in depth. So, but I wanted to stop here because this is major for brothers here. He go on to say in this area that he did not really care about how it happened. All he know is that he was getting what he had always wanted, which is attention and affirmation from women. Okay. Now, oftentimes what happens to us as men in this stage is that we actually stop growing within as men because there is no further effort, okay, or will to do so. You know what I'm saying? Because there is no incentive to. We're kind of getting a woman. And like I said, if y'all look at the beginning stages, we start out putting that as a priority. We put it on a pedestal. But that's not good, So obviously, if we get the woman, we're just going to stop there, because we don't feel like there's anything else. We got the girls, cars, money, etc. And so we are somewhat stifled a bit. This is why they like to sell a lot of this stuff to the so-called black man in hip-hop and stuff. They know that if we make aspirations to focus on getting those things and then eventually getting those things, a lot of times that stifles us as men. We don't work on ourselves within. Okay? But this is oftentimes, y'all, why the high school jock who is not fortunate enough to find his lane or whatever, he will turn out to be the neighborhood smoker or the neighborhood dusty. You'll be like, dang, what happened to him? You know what I'm saying? We have to be careful with this, especially as black men who on average are typically more attractive men in general in all stages of our life to women. Okay? It could be a gift, but brothers, it could easily be a curse. It's something that, is definitely a problem for us, and we got to recognize it. But we're going to go ahead to this next scene here. And like I said, y'all, we're going to break this down into maybe a series. So we're going to get here, and then we're going to stop. And we're going to follow up in like a part 2. But let's go ahead and get to this last scene and hear what he has to say.
I want to make this girl. I want to make this girl my girlfriend, because she just seemed different. Now, I don't want to seem like a colorist or anything, because a lot of people always try to put me in that category. Like, I love black women. I don't know why they try me like that, but every black girl that I dated cheated on me. And, I don't think nothing of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just look at it like it's life. Like, that's what happened, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't help that this happened. Like, this is what happened to me. So when I got with Carmen, due to the fact that she's Hispanic, I'm not going to say her race got anything to do with what type of person she are, because I know for a fact that's not. But she came out different, 100% different. A lot of the things that my exes did, she didn't do. A lot of the things that my exes allowed me to do, she didn't tolerate. And with that being said, it wasn't no best friends. It wasn't no talking to other females, no texting other females, none of that nature. Carmen never texted another guy, never.
Okay, I wanted to stop there. Here starting out, I believe that he was speaking on culture. Okay. Now he was saying when he said that she seemed different. Now he was saying here that his wife Carmen, because she was Hispanic, came from a different culture. She did not do a lot of these things women out of his culture was doing to him up front. But I wanted to speak on this because men say this on Clubhouse often. If y'all don't follow on Clubhouse, follow me on Clubhouse, because we can definitely have these conversations in groups as well. But men say this oftentimes. But when you somewhat listen to what he is saying, it is clear that Carmen was just a little more forgiving up front. Okay, when you just consider just what's been going on and things like that. Based on what he was saying, he did not really bring the proper approach to the table that suggested he would have women in his life that will respect his mind and his situation. When we listen to his story, you know what I'm saying? This typically happens with differences of culture. This is why a lot of times, a lot of so-called black men tend to be attracted to other groups of women. We oftentimes think that they are a better option. And sometimes up front that could be true. But here's the thing. When different cultures come together, it's a situation in the beginning stage that we oftentimes value what is new and different to us. But it is for us. You know what I'm saying? All right. That's a serious factor in the beginning stages. But the most important thing, you know what I'm saying, that we got to understand, right, is that if our game is not right, okay, and we don't have our game proper and stuff like that, you're always going to meet the same fate. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real. The so-called woman is going to treat you with disrespect. the same way. It's going to equal the same disrespect. It might be a different type of way based on the different type of culture and how it's done, but it's still going to be officially the same thing. And so us as men, we got to understand that and not be so dependent on the fact that another woman might come from a different culture or something like that, and up front she's a little more cooperative and things like that. Okay. And that's just real, you know. And I wanted to say that, but the most important thing that I picked up on here is the mother-child relationship talk. And this is major with us as black men. And oftentimes while we choose our women as priorities, we make these women the priority women, and this is dealing with women irresponsibly. We can't be the best men to ourselves or for that woman when we go about it this way. But this here, y'all, is probably the greatest reason men who are good men go bad in relationships, even with so much to lose. In my opinion, he pretty much spoke in the sense that he locked it down because of what the girl Carmen would not stand for. Okay? Brothers, this is not proper. You never deal with the woman on a serious level because she is not going to stand for the way you are living your life. You know what I'm saying? That is somewhat like a mom prototype, not your woman that you're crowning as your woman. You deal with a woman like that when you agree and she agree that she is a missing piece to that situation, and tangibles and accomplished goals, okay, that complement that agreement, okay. So behind those things, right, the tangibles, the accomplished goals and things like that, these things will complement that agreement between you two, okay. Otherwise it will eventually turn into a situation. Now I know that they got that now, y'all, but like I said, you gotta lead with that, okay, because in the long run you'll have things, you know what I'm saying, but it will eventually turn into a situation, you know what I'm saying, where the woman will be tolerating you because she loves you, okay, but she won't, you know what I'm saying, really respect you, and you'll have problems, especially if you get in a situation like this brother who is now married, you know. And, you know, I hope that they work things out and things like that. But like I said, we're going to do this part 2. But I think, y'all, that brothers, including Ken and Corey, including so-called women out there, you know what I'm saying, Carmen, De'Ara, all the young women out there, I think that we can learn something from just this part alone. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to definitely do a part 2. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, y'all. But y'all, this is some of the reasons why these things happen. Because what happens is, because the so-called man has not really found himself. He came out the gate, okay, with the incorrect type of mission in mind. You know, he kind of entraps himself. And then what happens is he starts to rebel. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not really finding himself as a man, so he rebels. And this is why things like stuff that maybe he should have entertained during finding himself becomes a lot more interesting, like creeping with the other girls and things like that, y'all. But go ahead and tell me what y'all think. You know, comment below, like or dislike this information, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Smash the buttons. But most definitely go ahead and hit that sub button and that bell, because I'm going to drop something that you're going to like, all right? This your folks, Shaka the Urban Philosopher. I'm out. It's 300.